Well, guys, I found somebody who's even more into sardines than I am. I'm here with my friend Carlos,
Hi.
and
Ben.
you're the
Hey,
owner
guys.
of...
Well, my business name is called Casa Triunfo. I started this business around 10 years ago.
It's a beautiful store. Lots of sardines, lots of olive oil, lots of wine. If you're interested in visiting, it is located at...
So the street name is Belo Monte and my door number is number 2.
We're gonna try some sardines, right? Alright, so we have a nice little selection of sardines today. We have the classic grocery store brand of sardines, right? We have the Pinhais sardines, which are made in a little town right outside
Yes.
Porto, right?
Porto, yeah, Matosinhos.
And then, what are these?
Well, so what we have over there is also Pinhais, but not produced this year or last year. It was produced in 2013.
2013. So
Yes.
this is like, they age like wine, kind of, right?
Yes, some people call it tintage.
Tintage.
Yes, vintage.
Okay, vintage tints. I like that.
Yes.
Cool. Let's crack open the Pingo Doce.
Pick this one. Okay, let's do it.
You were telling me there's something interesting about them, that they're not exactly fresh.
So even Pinhais, there was a time that we were making a specific can to an Austrian client. The brand was called Yanis, and those were the only sardines that they were making using frozen sardines, and that's what we'll get here for sure. So what do we have here? It's not
Oh, these are
bad.
pretty small, huh?
Yeah, usually you can find like 3, 4.
Yeah, this
one,
is 5.
5, yeah. So the olive oil doesn't seem to be bad, has some color, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I can immediately feel these sardines have a more fishy smell. You can,
Very fishy.
you're immediately feeling it. It's not bad for the price. It cost me like €1.20, I think. So it's not bad for the price. But yes, these sardines are more fishy than the other ones.
And that's something very interesting that I brought my mother-in-law in here, right? And she's like, yeah, what's the least fishy sardines? The thing is, with the nicer ones, they're not really that fishy, right?
Not at all.
I think that the big ones, like canned tuna, like it's obviously it's fishy, but it's not crazy.
Exactly. There are some tuna that are even more fishier than some sardines.
And
And I can tell you, like, this one seems to be the best one. Do you want to try this one?
Okay, cheers. Should I just go for it?
Yeah, go. You try this one. If you film this one, this is pilchard. I can tell you.
It is. Okay.
I've told Ben the other day that some guys they use pilchard and some other guys they don't use pilchard sardine at all.
But pilchard is good.
Yes, and even this one, it's not so fishy in the mouth as it was.
Yeah.
In the nose, I was feeling they're going to be fishy, but in the mouth, they're pretty good.
They're not bad. Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Especially for less than €1.
Or close to it, yeah.
Yeah.
These are very good.
I think
The
I'm gonna
relationship
have
quality
to-
and price of this. We are promoting Pink Plus right now.
Yeah. Pingo Doce is like what's the equivalent? It's like the Costco brand of you know what I mean? Like it's or like Market Basket brand if you're in New England, which all of you are because you're all just my friends and family watching this, huh? I don't want to tell you that I really like these ones because I thought you would look down on my sardine taste. I'm glad.
These are good.
This brings us to the sort of the next question. Why do people in Portugal like sardines so much over tuna or salmon?
It was always a poor people's food. Even here in Portugal, in the popular parties. Have you been here in June? No.
No, but I've heard of the São João.
São João party, yes.
Yeah.
So it's in the night of the 23rd to the 24th of June. We eat sardines. And before that, also in June, on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken, in Lisbon, they commemorate Saint Antonio.
Yes.
And before that, we have a big, it's not, I wouldn't consider it party, but it's also a popular party at Matosinhos. It's called Senhor de Matosinhos.
It's called what?
Senhor de Matosinhos.
Senhor
the
de
Lord
Matosinhos.
of Matosinhos, yes.
Okay.
And and that party occurs for like 3 weeks, and even usually starts. It depends on Easter, the time that party begins, but usually starts in May and then goes until June.
Okay.
And even then, because the Portuguese fishermen, they are allowed to go fish sardines at that time, so we eat a lot of sardines, but usually they are not good. They are not good. So
Okay.
sardines always been a poor people's food that started to become more and more trendy. You shall not forget that around 60, 70 years ago, people didn't have any refrigerator.
Okay, so this really makes a lot of sense. If you want to enjoy fish year long, you
Yes.
don't have a freezer,
Yes.
then you need to can them.
Yes.
And that's why the canning culture is so big. This all.
Yes. So we have a lot of fish, and during the Second World War, there was a lot of fabrics appearing more and more and more in that area. Today, only like 2.
Mhm.
There used to be more than 50.
More than 50 factories.
Factories.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
And today you only have 2. Pinhais and Conservatório Portugal Norte, that has this brand, Briosa.
Nice.
It's a brand that belongs to the other canneries still existing in Matosinhos, Conservatório Portugal Norte. So they own 2 different brands. Briosa is one of them, the other one is Portos. And this brand always been very popular, especially in Middle East and Macau. Middle East and Macau.
Macau?
Macau, yes, it's an old. It was a Portuguese colony. It was a Portuguese colony for, I don't know, 400 years, something like that. We have an agreement with China that after a certain period of time we would give Macau back to them, and so we did. But for many centuries, Macau belonged to Portugal. And we used to export these cans, especially that brand. I remember when I started this business 10 years ago, there was an inscription back in the can in Mandarin,
Oh,
because that was the can that they used to export to Macau, and they
Wow.
never changed. Chinese, they didn't like changes, so they always kept the same design.
whoa, okay.
Yes,
Cool.
yes. So at Matosinhos we still have pinhais there. Yes.
Yeah.
And they started in 1920,
Okay.
just salting fish. It was the way of preserving the fish.
Oh, like the salted bacalao.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
they had these salazones, so a place where they would salt the fish and preserve the fish by salt. And 2 years after, they built this factory that still exists. So it was in 1922. So it was a huge thing because people wanted to have fish all over the year.
Yeah.
And during the Second World War, there was a shortage, and we were selling a lot to the soldiers.
Cool.
And after the Second World War, all these industries started to go down, and then the refrigerators came. So people didn't need to eat cans so much. So from 50 something, today you only have 2.
Okay. Wow. Well, why don't we crack open the next tin?
Next tin,
Which
yes.
one? Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So this is the best.
Yes, kind of the best. Yes. This one is an old one. It has been produced in 2013. Usually, these kinds of products in Portugal, they have a best before date of 5 years, so you can check it out here.
But we're eating it after the best before date.
Of course.
But it's not gonna give us food poisoning.
No, nothing. If this was poison, you would
Look
see
at
that
that.
the tin would be like this.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not. It's perfect. And another thing, you know how they check how if the can is well sealed?
How?
The ladies at the factory, they do this. Just by the noise that the cans do, they can check
Whoa.
if the can is well sealed or not. If it's not
Cool.
well sealed, yes, there will be bacterial development after. But that's how they do it. Still
Okay.
today. So this is
Look
an
at
old
this.
one, so best before.
24 karat gold tin.
Yes. So this is tin foil, as you can see. So it's not aluminum.
And tin is better than aluminum.
Yes, much better.
Whoa. Some big beans.
So I'm afraid to split the olive oil, but yeah, that's it. This is good stuff.
All right, let's get a.
I like the spicy, this aged in spicy olive oil. better than olive oil.
It smells a bit different.
It's not as fishy as the other one.
Yeah.
So, please ban.
Oh, this is huge. I'm really excited about this. This is so silly, but it's so. Wow. Look at this massive sardine. Holy cow.
That's a fat one.
That is a fat one.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a 1 biter. I think this is a 2 or 3 biter.
Yeah.
And I'm just going with my fingers because.
So what happens? Yes, in terms of texture, the sardines tend to become a little bit softer, not as stiff. The flavor is different from the other one.
Yeah.
Much richer. Yes. We should not forget, these were fished when it's the season with sardines.
It's a much more. It's like a more complex flavor. It doesn't have that the tuna fish taste. The other one tastes. I think it tastes like tuna fish. This one's different, especially after.
Yes.
After the finish of the sardine. So, my favorite part about eating sardines is like dissecting it and sort of playing with it. So you can really get up in there. Let's hear it, please. Sorry. So, when you're indulging in a sardine, you know, of course they take the head and the tail off.
Yes, and they remove the tripe, everything by hand. I know there are some factories that have machines who can do that, but at Pinhais everything is done by hand. They cut off. So it's just one cut. They take out the head, and you can see the bone is really soft. The
bones, it's pretty much just pure calcium, right?
Yes, exactly.
And it just falls apart. It doesn't hurt.
Because they cook twice. So the traditional method presupposes different things. One of them is they only use fresh fish, and the second one is cooking by steam first. So to get the fresh fish, cut the head, the tail, remove the tripe, put in brine for a couple of hours to stiffen a little bit the sardine, and then they put in metal racks, put in ovens that will cook by steam first, and they take it out, let it cool, and only then they put inside the can with all the other ingredients, put the lid, close the lid, and cook again. So the sardines have been cooked twice, so they are really, the bone is soft, it's not hard.
And trust me, I know it's a little freaky at first, because there's the bone and it's a whole fish and people get grossed out by it, and including me. Hey, I used to get sort of like freaked out by it. Once you get past that little hump, you have a food that is cheap, that you can get in the store, in the American supermarket, or even here. You can get decent sardines for $1, right? They're super healthy. They fill you up. I'll have this for, at like 11 a.m. and I won't be hungry until dinner. Like, it will tide me through for the whole day. Maybe you're an athlete, maybe you're like to go for bike rides. Bring one of these tins with you and it fuels you. Like, it is pure fuel. And once you get past that hump, you can start to appreciate the flavor, and it's really good. Carlos, how many tins of sardines do you have at home for your personal collection?
Right now, I have around 900.
Okay, that's it?
Yes, right now only 900. I used to have more. But and no, I'm not afraid that nuclear war will start. I really like these aged sardines. So what I do, I buy a big amount of cans and I age them at home. And these that we are eating, it's one of them.
I can already say that these are my favorites because I had a tin just yesterday that I got here, and they are so good. And it's the same actually, because I was confused about nuri, because you don't see the nuri sardines a whole lot in Portugal, but they're like the best in the US. If you watch there's a guy, the Canned Fish Files on YouTube. He's a sardine YouTuber, and it says these nuri sardines, these are the best, and I can attest that these are the best I've found in the US. But you don't see them in Portugal, but they're made here in Porto, in Matosinhos.
So
in
the same cannery. That's Pinhais.
So why? What's the difference?
Nori is the brand that they used to export all over the world, and this brand, the Pinhais brand, is the one that they use here in Portugal. Obviously, if you go to the factory, I don't know if I think yes, today the factory is a living museum, so you can go there
Cool.
and visit the factory, and then at the end you have a place where you can buy these products and you can find the Pinhais and the Nori. But what you have inside the Pinhais can is the same thing as you have in the Nori one. But that particular one that you took it from the shelf is a specific one that only make to Nori brands.
Got it.
It's the extra spicy sardine.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the regular one, just with one chili inside. The other one that Ben took from the shelf has 3 chilies. So now we are going to open this one.
So this is the best, in my opinion. This is my favorite. Not the best, but my favorite.
Yeah, my favorite too.
Um,
Some people love the spicy tomato. I prefer this one. And then my second best is spicy tomato.
I've actually never had the Pinhais tomato before. I tried some sort of some sardines and tomato sauce, and I did not like it. But
Of course,
I think that's what I'll.
because they are not Pinhais.
Because they're Pinhais.
They are not Pinhais.
And they're the mini tiny little ones.
Okay.
I don't like
But
those.
Pinhais, they do their own tomato sauce in the factory.
They do?
Yes, they
Oh
do
my
their own.
gosh.
So let's open this one.
And I love the ritual of, opening the tin and the paper and I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's good. That's good.
What about it makes you think, wow, that's really good?
Well, I can see just by the way that the skin shines.
Okay.
And even over there you have that darker brown color. It's yeah, just by the way it shines, you can immediately see it. So yeah, this is a very good one. So this one we have 4.
Oh, there's a carrot.
That's
Oh, that's the pepper.
that's the pepper, and you have the clove also over there. It doesn't look
So when it says spiced, it's not just spicy, like heat
Exactly.
spicy. It's
So you have
clove and
clove and a bay leaf, and you have black peppercorn,
a carrot too, right?
carrot, and cucumber.
And cucumber.
Yeah, pickled carrot and pickled cucumber.
Oh, okay. That's good stuff.
So good.
I think most people would agree that the spiced nori or the spiced Pinhais, is kind of the best, right? Oh my gosh, that is incredible. That's better than the one I had yesterday.
Really?
Or maybe I'm just more hungry. And this is not fishy at all.
No, not at all.
It tastes like cloves and spices and like almost cinnamony, but there's no cinnamon in it.
Yeah, it's the clove.
That is a whole other experience. That really doesn't even taste like fish. Okay, I mean it does taste like fish, but mildly.
It's not that fishy. When we say something is fishy, you don't have that here.
Mm-mm. But the pepper isn't it's really not much more spicy than the rest of the tin because it's like diffused out, right?
Piri piri is not the kind of pepper that of course it gives a kick, but it's a very flavorful pepper.
Okay, so here at least in Porto, when you ask for hot sauce at a restaurant, if they have it, it's piri piri sauce.
It's piri piri always.
And it's super, super, super spicy to the point where it's almost unenjoyable, to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm still in shock on how much worse that first tin tastes now after the spiced ones. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not so bad that I wouldn't finish it, but it's actually like it's kind of close. That's weird.
So one thing that I can check, and I'm feeling, is that the ones from Pingo Doce, even the olive oil, it's olive oil in which the olives have oxidated. That olive oil
okay.
have an oxidation flavor. So the quality of the olive oil is not the same. Sardine is not the same. The seasons are, everything is different. They have a very tight criteria when it comes to choose the ingredients.
But you know what's good, especially with the the lower quality sardines, is the piri piri hot sauce on top of them. It covers up the flavor a little bit, but it adds a nice kick of salt, a nice kick of heat. The peri peri sauce though doesn't really, it's not that acidic. At least the brand that I got.
Yeah.
I'm full.
Me too.
This is good.
Me too. Me too.
It's very filling.
And like for hours, you will not have
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
And I'm the kind of person when I get, this happens to everybody, but me especially, when I'm hungry, I just get really cranky and annoying.
Yeah.
So if I'm ever starting to get hangry, let's have a tin of sardines. Makes everything better.
I want you to try something, but probably you will not see.
Okay. I'm scared now.
Chili oil.
Chili oil.
You like chili oil?
Do you have some?
Yes.
I love chili oil.
I want to try. I wanted to try something. So, chili boy. So he infuses the chilies, ginger, garlic, and a lot of other spices in it. It's so flavorful.
You have to have some too.
I have to? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm doing this, we're doing this together. All right. So we'll do this, and then we'll sign off, I guess, while we're sweating and crying.
Yes. I'm just going to put a little bit. You'll see, so flavorful.
Well, if you want to get it, or any of these sardines, come down to.
Casa Triunfo.
Okay, but in
That's
an
what
American
Belmont.
accent.
American accent. Good question. Casa Triunfo.
There you go. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Smoky.
Yeah, a little bit of garlic.
And you know what? If it's on the
A
sardines.
little bit curry. Curry.
Yeah. Oh, curry. That's what I'm
Yes.
tasting.
Yeah.
If it's on. Oh wow. Oh boy. If it's on sardines.
You're a
If you
chili
put like
boy
the.
now.
I'm a chili boy. Okay. If you put the vinegar-based hot sauce on the sardines, since they're covered in oil, it just sort of falls off.
Yeah.
So oil and water don't mix. But if you put the chili oil on it,
Sticky.
you don't have the problem.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Well, Carlos, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the sardines. Thank you for having me today. You're handling this like a champ. This is pretty tough.
Yes, it's your first time, but I've taken a lot of them.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
See everybody.
See you soon. Bye.